It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Indianapolis Colts and the New Orleans Saints. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Willis. He finds his man, complete. That's Mendoza. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone and touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd down throw coming by Willis. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. 3rd down, it's Willis. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. Right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Peterson on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown.
Man, that was a dive. That was a dive.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here.
That's not just the ground.
A throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket at one time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd down. Here's Willis. He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, 77 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Off the play fake. Peterson. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
There's Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. There's another truck. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. The playoff picture starting to come into focus. We'll keep you updated on that one as we go along and the other scores from around the league. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Right side, there's Likely with it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
1st and 10, it's Willis. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. 2nd down, Willis looks to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Willis. He finds his man, complete. It's Mendoza. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints are once again back in front. Lutz with the extra point. That'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Willis will look to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So close to an NFL record, but denied by the crossbar.
And you have to feel bad for him, don't you? He squeezed every last inch out of that kick. Oh, I thought he had it, but you said it. He's denied by the cruel sound of the metal crossbar.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Peterson. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now Peterson on 1st down. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap, to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you touchdown. Alec Pierce. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
it does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. But today's NFL, you know, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Malik Willis, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have yet again retaken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down at 4. Again, it's Taylor. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. straight ahead. Taylor. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 120 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle. I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Okay, ready?
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
With his height, that's exactly what you want to connect for. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Pittman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'd say that he learned from his costly red zone pick earlier in the game because this time he puts the throw away from where any defender can make a play on it. Unfortunately, he also sailed it over his intended target, and that doesn't work out well either.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off play action, Peterson. And that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A give for Taylor running right side. And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 191 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Peterson. He rifles one, it's intercepted.
Why did he stop?
Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, and they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game. And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover. But doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. That's taken on the 25. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 211 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Peterson. Got a man complete. It's Taylor.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. Tanner Muse there defensively. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
To throw is Peterson. To throw on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away. The ball is out. Camara fumbled it.
I'm about to say, man, I finally got the peanut punch.
At the 30-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to
wanna
think
go give
a
it
pretty
to him.
avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, he might reduce and might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Peterson on 1st and 10.
Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a 40.
Play action. Here's Willis. Complete to Likely.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Willis will look to throw on first down. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw is on target to Likely.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Isaiah Likely
from a yard out.
And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. DeMarco Jackson, the man to bring him down defensively.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
They run once more with Taylor.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now again to Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Peterson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you can punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, here it is. They got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Now Willis. It's complete. Kamara.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Willis to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The
way he's throwing the football today, I'm also surprised when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Willis's throw caught by Olave.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing out left and finding Likely.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This from long, very long range. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have